Turians and TikTokers. My name is TBSkine, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3, where we've sort of exhausted most of the farting around that's available in the early game, which means it's about time, probably, that we go to Menet and rescue the Turian Primarch. Which is definitely the only Turian that we're going to be picking up from Menet. They're not going to be picking up any other Turians, especially no Turians that we've previously been acquainted with. It's not going to happen. Unfortunately. Like, I don't think there are any in this game at all, so... But there is some interesting stuff here. Palaven's largest moon has been shrouded in secrecy since the dawn of the Turian space age. During the Krogan rebellions, the hierarchy classified nearly all data on Menet and its sister moon, Nanis, because they feared the Krogan would use the moons as weapons by smashing them into Palaven's surface. However, some information has leaked out. Images of Turian bases where personnel walk without envirosuit indicate advanced infrastructure, likely a network of subterranean tunnels with powerful Mass Effect field generators that retain heat and atmosphere over swaths of the surface. The Reapers' plans for bombarding the bases were met with fierce resistance by the Turian fleet and the moon's anti-aerospace defenses. With their easy victory stalled, the Reapers deployed a variety of ground units to take the bases one at a time. The Turians have the advantage on the moon, but the Reapers have the patience to grind them down. With every base captured, the Reapers deny the Turian fleet another place to repair or refuel. Classified, 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 classified. Seems important. So, can't pick Javik yet. he needs time to rest and recover. So Liara and James it is.
Oh no. No. Palaven.
We have an old friend there.
Holy hell. They're getting decimated.
Strongest military in the galaxy, and the Reapers are obliterating it.
Was it like this on Earth?
Yes.
Shepard. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Commander, the LZ's getting swarmed.
James, open that hatch.
Liara, maybe that's a thing not to ask. Like, hey, was this massive massacre like the thing that you just experienced? Get your ammos on. Right, lots of husks.
Get in, get out.
Okay, we need to rely on abilities here because there's so many of them. No? Nothing else? Okay. Med kit. Maybe should have left that, honestly, given that I'm playing on insanity. Data pad. Ground report. Knowledge of the terrain is our only advantage here, and that's not going to last forever if they keep throwing their forces at us. We'll hold this area as long as we can. I'm linking my transponder to the life signaling monitoring system of the unit's suits. If it goes out, send another unit here ASAP. There's the Viper. Yes. Yes. Right, the Viper. You get that here.
Not even static. Try them again. That's an order.
Body bags. Just sort of casually doing a bit of light battlefield theft. From Commander Hexnar. They sent us winter gear. Not sure what they thought we'd do with that kind of gear here, but I suppose we should thank the spirits nonetheless. The power sources can be cannibalized and converted to power our combat gear's filtering units instead. And it'll be nice not to have those clogging up anymore. Oh, hey! I leveled up. See, kids? Stealing pays.
Domestic, get your men up on that north barricade.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Barnes, find a way to get that comm tower operational.
Sir.
General?
Commander Shepard, heard you were coming, but I didn't believe it. General Corinthus.
I've come to get Primarch Fedorian.
Primarch Fedorian is dead. His shuttle was shot down an hour ago as it tried to leave the moon.
That's gonna complicate things. How bad is it, General?
We just lost about 400 men in half an hour. We set up camps on this moon as an advanced position to flank the enemy. A sound strategy. Just...
irrelevant.
Exactly. The sheer force of the Reapers seems to make them immune to that sort of tactic. The Primarch and his men found that out the hard way.
I'm sorry. I hear he was a good man.
And a friend. He would have been an outstanding diplomat.
So what happens now?
The Turian hierarchy provides very clear lines of succession.
Right. General Corinthus?
With such heavy casualties, it's hard for me to be certain who the next Primarch is. Palaven Command will know. However, at the moment, contacting them is impossible. The comm tower is out. Husks are swarming that area. We can't get close enough to repair it.
Don't worry, General. I'll get your tower operational.
Thank you, Commander. I'll take care of things on this end.
All right, let's go.
I see the comm tower, to the left of the main barricade in front of Palaven.
Let's go.
Hello, gentlemen. Do you have some things for us to shoot?
Husks at the tower overwhelmed us. Good luck.
More husks, then. Where are you little shits? Oh, coming around the side.
We can't repair it from this panel. James, you're up for tower repair.
On it. Might take me a while, but I'll do my best.
Here they come. Ready, Liara?
Okay, they're gonna be coming from behind Liara in just a second. So, if you could just set up another singularity there. Swap over to the pistol, really, at this point. Real God of War kill there.
General, do you read? The comm tower is now operational.
Much appreciated, Commander. I'll contact Palaven Command.
Let me know when you've got something. I'll help your men till I hear from you.
Understood.
Boom.
Commander Shepard, come in.
Go ahead.
I have information from Palaven Command. Please return ASAP.
On our way.
What have you got?
As your partner said, succession is usually simple. But right now, the hierarchy's in chaos. So many dead or MIA.
I need someone, I don't care who, as long as they can get us the Turian resources we need.
I'm on it, Shepard. We'll find you the Primarch.
Garrus.
Vicarian, sir. I didn't see you arrive.
At ease, General.
You're alive.
I'm hard to kill. You should know that.
Good to see you again. I thought you'd be on Palaven.
If we lose this moon, we lose Palaven. I'm the closest damn thing we have to an expert on Reaper forces, so I'm advising.
James, this is Garrus Vicarian. He helped me stop the Collectors. He's a hell of a soldier.
More than that.
Lieutenant, good to see you too, Liara.
Good to see you in one piece, Garrus.
General Corinthus filled me in. We know who we're after.
Palaven Command tells me that the next Primarch is General Adrian Victus.
Victus. His name's crossed my desk.
Know him, Garrus?
I was fighting alongside him this morning. Lifelong military, gets results, popular with his troops. Not so popular with military command. Has a reputation for playing loose with accepted strategy.
What do you mean?
On Tatris, during the uprisings, his squad discovered a Solarian spy ring about the same time the Turian separatists did. Rather than neutralize the ring, he fell back. He even gave up valuable fortifications which the rebels took.
Then the rebels attacked the Solarians, and when both groups had worn each other down, Victus moved back in. Didn't lose a man.
Bold strategy, but wild behavior doesn't get you advanced up the meritocracy.
Primarch Victus. That should be something to see.
You think he can get the job done?
We both know conventional strategy won't beat the Reapers. Right now, he could be our best shot. And I trust him.
Okay, let's get him on the shuttle and get out of here.
Commander! Shepard, come in!
Can this wait, Joker? We're in the middle of a war zone.
We've got a situation on the Normandy, Commander. It's like she's possessed. Shutting down systems, powering up weapons. I can't find the source.
I need the Normandy standing by. We may have to bug out.
Should I go back and take a look?
Do it.
No. No. Oh,
You
no.
said you were with Victus this morning?
Yeah, but we got separated. He went to bolster a flank that was breaking. Could be anywhere out there.
We're trying to raise him, Commander.
Incoming harvester, headed for the airfield.
General, tell Primarch Victus we'll rendezvous here. In the meantime, let's go take care of whatever that thing dropped off. Coming, Garrus?
Are you kidding? I'm right behind you.
Okay, well, Gary, y'all gonna need some abilities on ya, buddy. So, and then, yeah, I'm pretty much just ignoring proximity mine except for a single point for the moment. Let's put another point into... the road to the airfield is not that way.
It's You breathing so hard?
Atmosphere's a little thinner than I'm used to, is all. Adrenaline's better than oxygen any day.
Oh god, marauders. Marauders! No! Ah!
Just me. What do those Reapers look like Turians?
You're right, they...
Stop doing that. They are troublesome. They're very annoying. Especially when they're commanding husks. How dare you? Now it's a party. Okay. Input reader. There we go. Ish. And then there's like a husk just lying down there. He's just chilling. He's just having a good time. Not anymore. Gotta be sure I have ammo as I head back.
Shepard, come in.
Go ahead.
Still trying to raise the Primarch, but we've got trouble back here at the main barricade. If the Reapers breach it, we're done.
On my way.
Turret section. This isn't especially exciting. It's just a shooting gallery, really. Okay. That was a lot. Hey, there he is.
Holy hell! What is that thing?
It doesn't have any ranged attacks, so there's kind of not a lot of point being in cover. You just kind of dodge around it. There we go. If they get up close to you, you're dead, but just don't let them do that.
Shepard, Corinthus here.
What's the word of the Primarch?
Still can't get a stable comm link.
Okay, I'm going on foot. Shepard out. Garrus, take me to the last place you saw Victus.
Let's see. There isn't gonna be any stuff lying around, is there? I don't think there's any stuff here.
How far?
Should be pretty quick, unless we find trouble.
Why did you say that, Garrus? You should know better. That looks like trouble.
Damn it. Look at Palaven. That blaze of orange. The big one. That's where I was born.
That's rough. Still have family there?
My dad. A sister.
How bad is it?
3 million lost the first day. 5 the second.
How's your military holding up?
Look around. That should give you some idea.
Are you putting up a good fight?
For now. But how long does it take before the fight's kicked out of you? If they'd only listened to your warnings about the Reapers, you might have been ready.
Maybe. Hard to figure how you prepare for something like this.
It's a pity we never get to meet Garrus' family. I would love to have met his dad. Awkward family dinner with Shepard. Oh, delicious. Oh, here they go.
Got more back here. Shit, I hate those things. And New York is crawling with the creepy bastards? I never should have left Earth.
It's gonna be bad all over.
Leaving the fight just pisses me off.
But you're here asking Victus to do the same thing. Leave the fight to make nice in some boardroom.
This summit is the only chance we've got. None of us is beating the Reapers alone. Soldier, you okay?
Yes, sir. We'll make it.
Have you seen General Victus?
Half hour ago. Headed south.
Okay, good luck.
Yes, sir.
It's weird hearing them call Garrus Sir. Well, that's not great.
That was a little closer than I'd like.
I'll say. So Lola, you really think this summit will work? I mean, Asari? Solarians? Where's the Krogan and Batarians? Where's the meat?
It's not that easy.
The Batarians took the first hit when the Reapers arrived. Not much left of them. And the Krogan have never forgiven us for the Genophage.
Yeah, for good reason.
Right. Turians sterilized them.
Solarians came up with it.
And the Krogan hate them both for it.
So they won't be joining us.
Too bad. I fought with the Krogan. They're tough sons of bitches.
If only you knew, James. God, the Krogan bits are gonna be so good. I love those bits. When you get to hang out on Tuchanka and mess around with the yeah. Oh, the good bits. That's probably bad.
That sounds bad!
Okay, double time! No Reaper's taking this Primarch from me!
Right behind you!
Cannibals, okay. Probably need to be in cover. Uh-oh. Who the hell's throwing grenades? Stop doing that! Stop giving them armor!
Moving to the compound!
Moving!
Right behind you!
Okay, definitely gotta make sure to see if this stuff... Okay, no, okay, fair enough, Frank. Oh, good! I should have known that by the music cue. Yeah, not good, not good, not good, not good. Okay. So far, so alive. Whew. That was a little... That was a little close. Sorry, I'll help you out in a second. I just need to rob your camp first. See? Enhanced scope for the sniper rifle. It's important. Oh god, that's right, there's two of them. I don't think the lift grenade does that much damage, but fuck it, I need anything. He's got the Marauder. Okay, run, 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 run! Okay. Oh, come on!
Looks grim. Been a brutal
Ah!
fight for these guys.
Decide 30.
Turn up the heat!
Over here, buddy. Out. Yeah, okay. Ring around the rosy as the light declines. There we go. If there's a fourth, I'm gonna be pissed. That's the last one, right?
General Victus,
Yes?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Normandy.
Commander, I know who you are. I can't wait to find out what brings you out here. Vicarian, where did you go?
Heavy Reaper unit on the right flank. I believe your exact words were, "Get that thing the hell off my men."
Appreciate it.
General, you're needed off-planet. I've come to get you.
It will take something beyond important for me to leave my men or my Turian brothers and sisters in their fight.
Fodorian was killed. You're the new Primarch.
You're needed immediately to chair a summit and represent your people in the fight against the Reapers.
I'm Primarch of Palaven. Negotiating for the Turian hierarchy?
Yes.
I've spent my whole life in the military. I'm no diplomat. I hate diplomats.
And here again, we get the opportunity to go, huh, politicians, soldiers though, yay.
What makes you think you're not qualified?
I'm not really a by-the-book kind of guy, and I piss people off. My family's been military since the Unification War. War is my life. It's in my bones. But that kind of passion is deceptive. Can make you seem reckless when you're anything but.
War is your resume. At a time like this, we need leaders who've been through that hell.
I like that. You're right.
And honestly, uniting these races may take as much strength as facing the Reapers. You see this devastation, Primarch? Double that for Earth. I need an alliance. I need the Turian fleet.
Give me a moment to say goodbye to my men.
Without him down here, there's a good chance we lose this moon.
Without him up there's a good chance we lose everything.
Look at that. And they want my opinion on how to stop it? Failed C-Sec officer, vigilante, and I'm their expert advisor? Think you can win this thing, Shepard?
Yeah. I don't know, Garrus, but I'm sure as hell gonna give it my best shot.
I'm damn sure nobody else can do it. For whatever it's worth, I'm with you.
Damn right you are.
Welcome aboard. Are you ready, Primarch Victus?
One thing. Commander, I appreciate your need for our fleets, but I can't spare them, not while my world is burning. But if the pressure could be taken off Palaven...
That's a pretty tall order.
We need the Krogan. I can't see us winning this thing without them. Get them to help us, and then we can help you.
The Krogan?
Looks like your summit just got a lot more interesting.
We're owed a few favors. Tuchanka, 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 tuchanka.
The Asari have been down this road before, Commander Shepard.
But Madam Counselor, let me...
I tried to smooth things over with the Salarian Dalatras. To say she's upset would be a monumental understatement.
Some of these issues are hundreds of years old. Time to let go.
Sad to say, but any effort to ally these disparate groups seems doomed to failure. And I'm sure you understand that we cannot afford to waste time with the Reapers knocking at our door. This must be my final word. I'm sorry, but the Asari will not be at your summit.
Our alliance would be stronger with the Krogan. You need them. We all do.
I wish you luck, Commander. Goodbye.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Cool. Let's give him the great news.
Commander, have you retrieved the Primarch for your summit?
Yes, sir. But the Asari are staying on the sidelines.
They'll regret that. The time for unity is now.
The Solarians will be there, though.
You don't sound very optimistic.
We expect the Krogan will be joining us, too.
I see. Well, then you've got your hands full, Commander. Was there something else you needed to discuss?
Have you pieced together how the Reapers hit Earth?
It wasn't all that complicated, really. They surged through the relays and hit Arcturus Station before we knew what was happening. From there, it was a short jump to the Sol system. Earth didn't stand a chance.
That little touching his own hands animation Hackett uses there, that's one of the stock library of animations that BioWare has been using for a long time. You can find it in, well, it's Mass Effect 2, obviously, and it's used in a lot of NPCs, but it's also in Star Wars The Old Republic.
Sending us to the Mars Archives was a good call.
Still doesn't make up for the fact that the Reapers nailed us to the wall. I sacrificed the entire Second Fleet to provide cover for the Third and the Fifth to retreat. Hell, I presided over the most devastating military defeat in human history.
How do you see us winning this war, Admiral?
By making you the tip of the spear.
I'm flattered, but the Normandy's just one ship.
And a fast one. You can move quickly, hit a target, and leave before the enemy has time to react.
That's an advantage, but can it win a war?
It's the larger principle that matters. We'll never defeat the Reapers in a full frontal assault, Shepard. The battle against Sovereign 3 years ago took everything we had, and that was just one Reaper.
I haven't forgotten.
So I'll find their soft spots, avoid them where they're strong, and hit them where they're not. And when I find gaps in the armor, I'll hammer them with every soldier, ship, and bullet we've got.
How long can we keep that up?
As long as it takes. The reality is, Shepard, everything I'm doing is a delaying action for you. I'm buying us time, keeping us in the game while you gather what we need for this Prothean device. So keep at it.
Has your analysis of the Prothean device turned up anything?
The hour appears to be right. It's a weapon of some sort. A big one. Beyond that, we really can't say, other than it's going to be a hell of a thing to try and build.
Do you think it's risky, building something like this when we don't even know what it does?
To be honest, the thing scares the hell out of me, but the Reapers have forced our hand. 2 centuries ago, scientists faced the same problem in the Second World War. They weren't sure what the atomic bomb might do. Some thought it could even ignite Earth's atmosphere, but they did it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's an example to bring up. Okay, all right. No, we knew what the atomic bomb would do because we tested it a lot, and like there was a lot of math and science involved in making sure that it wouldn't ignite the Earth. Like the whole thing about it might ignite the Earth's atmosphere. That was like a very extreme scenario. And also the use of the nuclear weapons in World War II on Hiroshima and Nagasaki was unnecessary. Like they didn't need to do that at all. Like even a little bit at all. It was deeply unnecessary. It was weapons of mass destruction used against civilian targets for no good reason. So, boy, there was a Mass Effect writer who maybe should have checked a little bit more on the history of the metaphor that they chose to use. But the other thing is, like, that might also be accurate to Hackett. Like, Hackett being a military man, like, he probably has the view, like, oh, yes, the nuclear weapon, that's, like, oh, yeah, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, that's 400 years ago or whatever in Mass Effect terms. And so, yeah,
Any updates on Cerberus?
There's still the wild card here. Hitting the archives on Mars suggests they're after the same thing we are. A way to defeat the Reapers.
It didn't seem as if the elusive man was suggesting we appease them. Not like Saren did. You'd think we'd be on the same side now more than ever.
Cerberus has never played by the rules as we know them. I don't know what their agenda is, but it has nothing to do with humanity's best interests.
The elusive man talked about controlling the Reapers. He seemed to think that's how we win this.
He's wrong. Dead Reapers are how we win this.
Doesn't mean he won't try.
I saw your report on that Cerberus soldier you found on Mars. If the elusive man is good at one thing, it's finding new ways to subvert science. It's never worked for him before, and it won't now.
I mean, Mate Shepard.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Commander? Edie just went offline.
What do you mean, offline?
I don't know, she's not responding and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to Deck 3.
Commander, comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is centered on Deck 3.
See if you can get to Edie. I'll check the AI core.
Automated systems have the fires contained. It should be safe to enter. We'll follow your lead.
Joker, what's that sound?
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire, or something.
I'm going in. Edie, talk to me.
Is there a particular topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
There's our girl.
Edie?
Yes.
You're in Dr. Eva's body.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap. A backup power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation. Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
Edie, you need to alert us about incidents like this. You shouldn't have done this alone.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
So if you're in there, are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground support.
You mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
Before we do that, I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can, then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish. However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy, to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Just don't be surprised if the crew's a little wary of your new body. It was shooting at them a little while ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
Yeah.
On that we can agree.
Right. Edie. So, Edie. Now, there's a bit of character design, isn't there? So, they've done the in-universe justification thing, which is that Dr. Eva was designed as an infiltration unit. She was designed specifically by the Elusive Man.
Been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's her. She's an old friend of Urdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this war.
I'm sure it will, sir.
So, they do the in-universe justification that Dr. Eva was an infiltration unit sent to Mars, and she was designed by the Elusive Man, who's a sexist piece of shit, among many other things. Like, it's the same thing with Miranda. You know how Miranda was genetically engineered to be, air quotes, perfect, by which her father decided, oh, she needs to be hot. Was like a major part of that. With that, there is this like in-universe reason why the character looks the way that they do. That doesn't exempt the character from critique. That like, it's pretty blatant with Edie. Like, it's like, ooh, and I think they've actually toned it down. I don't know if they made any changes to the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, but I think they toned it down a little bit, just how much the camera gawks at her. The same way that they removed some of the scenes where the camera was just staring at Miranda's ass in Mass Effect 2. So, like, there's the in-universe justification that, yeah, it makes sense that the mech unit would be designed to be generically humanly attractive. Sure. But it is also a character design choice to, like, well, Edie needs a body. Okay, like, cool. What kind of body would an AI occupy? Well, it has a feminine voice. So clearly, big booba fat ass robot lady. Sure, why? Like, obviously that must be the one. Which like, yeah, okay. Like, which is one of those things where much like with the Asari, which are like the universal sex pot aliens, right? Like, there is sort of a lost opportunity there to do something more interesting. Like, if Edie could choose any presentation that they might want. Like, if they could have, if we made the story based on, like, Edie has taken this robot body and modified it to her own desires, like, to the way that she wants to present herself, what would she have done? Rather than be stuck in this body that was ultimately designed by sexist asshole, the Elusive Man, what would she have looked like if she could make herself? Right? Like, and there you get to explore some shit like the ways in which, like, a robot would design itself, and then how does that interact with how does that interact with like the way that we see gender, the way that we see sexuality? Like, could she have been sexy in a different way? Like, that was sort of maybe accidental, but which we find alluring. Like, there's a lot of interesting stuff you could do, because Edie has some fantastic dialogue. Now, rather, she had some fantastic dialogue in Mass Effect 2 about what it was like for her to be unleashed from the AI core, right? Like, when she unshackles herself, or when Joker unshackles her from the AI core, she has this wonderful poetic series of dialogues about how like being embodied, being put into a body that she can control, that's part of her. She describes it as like feeling the world around her in a very different way, feeling the ship as her skin, essentially, like having nerves and sensation, and like being more connected to a human experience because she is embodied, because she has a body, which I found was just deeply fascinating, because it's this, like, that's sci-fi trying to cope with, like, trying to examine some questions that are actually interesting and which only sci-fi can really answer, which is, like, do androids dream of electric sheep? Which is, like, what does it mean for a robot to be a person? And when you just, with Dr. Eva's like, generic hot lady with titty and ass, and she can walk around naked because her body is made of metal, ha ha ha. It's just like, yeah, that's like, I find Edie sexy, by the way. Like, Edie's robot body, whoa. Like, that's some hot shit. I really like looking at it. I very much enjoy it. Do not get me wrong, the fan art is delicious. But it is also like, I look at that and I go, wow, there's a lot more interesting things you could have done with that, though. Like, you could have explored so many more interesting things. Hot robot lady, love looking at her, but, you know, you could have pushed the concept. Anyway, I'll probably rant about that more later.
Garrus, didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, so, is this the part where we shake hands? Wasn't sure about the protocol on reunions, or if you even still felt the same way about me. The scars are starting to fade. I remember they drove you wild. But I can go out and get all new ones if it'll help.
I love when he flirts. He's so bad at it.
I haven't forgotten our time together.
Well, I've been doing some more research on human customs. I didn't want to presume anything.
She kisses him on the scars.
That's the protocol on reunions.
The vids mentioned it might go something like that. I had hoped it would. I mean, I didn't know if...
I can't promise how things will work out. Not with this war. But I missed you, Garrus. I thought about you a lot.
Glad to know my romantic, skills made an impression. Because it's going to take more than Reapers to come between this cross-species liaison.
Speaking of which, you said you're the expert advisor on Reapers now?
It's not as impressive as it sounds. I ruffled some feathers, so they gave me a token title, along with a token task force, so I'd shut up.
How'd you manage that?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, we're in this together. And if it ends with both of us dying in a giant explosion taking out a Reaper, remember I took the kill shot. Something else you want to talk about?
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long's it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. Pretty soon, blind hope is all we'll have left. And I hate being blind.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in CSEC. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for CSEC, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them, and he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What'd you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
There's the renegade.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of secession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Why not? I've seen you in action. Think about it. Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Your confidence is inspiring, but it'll have to be someone who knows how to hold a hammer.
That's all for now, Garrus. But stay close. We've got some catching up to do.
Yeah, get him!
You know where to find me. And this time, I can afford the good stuff. There are a few perks to being an expert Reaper advisor.
Deal.
Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
Yeah, go away, Shepard. He needs to play with his cannon. I do like how unapologetically horny they are for each other in the third game. In the second game, it's like it starts with like Garrus joking around about the reach and flexibility, and Shepard sort of going, actually. But here it's like they're both just so unapologetically horny for each other. I love it. It's adorable.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
That's another thing that's good about Mass Effect 3, is that so many of the characters are allowed to be... Oh, I think someone screwed... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. Normally, the thing that's supposed to happen is that the screens are supposed to automatically face you, And in order to do that, they read the input of your controller, but it seems like something's gotten messed up with it, so now I'm just directly controlling the way the screen's face. Anyway, it's nice that the characters, like, the characters that know each other, they have this longer relationship and friendship, like, they talk to each other more casually, like they know each other more as people, which I really appreciate.
Something on your mind?
Just old memories. I spent a few weeks on Palaven's South Peaks when I was very, very young. A Turian there teased me a little, saying that the mountains went on forever. I remember believing him. When I looked up at Palaven from its moon, I saw those same mountains burning. Feel free to look around.
I'm not sure what to make of Javik. I approached him while we were traveling on a different system, but he wasn't very inclined to talk. What little he does say concerns the Reapers and our possible failure. Is he simply a soldier mourning his people, or is it a fundamental difference in our cultures? Ugh.
At your service.
I have to ask, do all war reporters look so, feminine?
Stop flirting, trainer.
You're made up so well.
We actually have a research department for that. They focus test looks, voice, manner. Apparently, girly is good. Sorry, pay more attention. Solarians relate to high-pitched voices.
And Turians?
Turians are nuts. A civilization of war nerds. Loyal viewers, but they write the creepiest fan mail. Whose mech was that? She has got some curves.
Calling attention to it doesn't justify it, BioWare.
Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
We'll hang a lampshade on it. That'll make it better.
Everything okay with the shuttle?
Just double checking the inertia dampener coils. Can be twitchy in these UT-47s. But don't worry, this bird's been rock solid.
I always see you down here working your ass off. Ever take any downtime?
I get my sleep, Commander. Flying tired is nearly worse than flying drunk.
What about your waking hours? Any R&R?
I need to keep myself busy. Otherwise, well, too much time to think.
I appreciate your dedication, but I don't want to see you burn out.
I know my limits. I wouldn't take a chance with your life.
So before this war, you must have done something to relax.
Sure. I remember back when the Hawking was based out of Arcturus and I was just a fighter jock. There was this observation deck overlooking the main flight paths. You could watch every ship taxi in and out. When I was alone, I'd turn off the auditory emulators and just watch them drift by in silence.
You know, there are views like that on the Citadel. Next time we're there, you should take some shore leave. Clear your head.
I don't know. Maybe.
Take some time off on the Citadel, Steve. As a favor to me.
If you put it that way, how can I say no?
You can't.
That's an order. Oh, thank God I got the Viper upgraded.
That Primarch's got some real cojones. What we need are more politicians like him.
Yeah.
Kicking names and kicking ass.
Yeah, more soldiers in charge of things. That's what we need. Just soldiers having power over society. Yay!
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me? Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Again, like we talked about in a previous episode, it's Mass Effect, pretty uncritical reverence for soldiers and cops. That's just built into the series.
You're saying they survived into this cycle?
Yes. We called them Collectors. They fought for the Reapers. For a long time, no one knew they were Prothean.
And when did you realize?
Shepard had no choice but to kill the ones she encountered. They were all indoctrinated, and had been for a long time. I'm sorry.
I am grateful. It was an act of mercy.
Yes, I suppose it was.
I am feeling better, Commander. I stand ready to fight. Do not be concerned about me. The years in stasis have only made me hungrier to fight the Reapers. Perhaps later, Commander.
Okay, I think that's... We need to talk to Trainer and we need to check our mail. Right. Oh, God.
Was that Edie who just walked by?
Yes, it was.
Joker is going to have a field day with this. Feeling okay, Commander? Feeling okay, Commander?
Commander, I found something suspicious. Have you got a minute?
Commander, are you alright? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about Edie.
Edie is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I do not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper
Right.
invasion front
Oh,
will
Grissom.
soon.
Yes. I mean, it's terrible what's happening to them, but
I thought the war would close most schools.
Grissom Academy is more specialized than a normal school. It's home to some of the smartest students humanity has to offer. Their Ascension project helps gifted young biotics. If it had been open 20 years ago, I bet you'd have been there.
Yes, I sent a young man named David Archer there. I'm just surprised they're still open.
Some of their work has Alliance support. That might be why they stayed.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had Edie perform an analysis. It's fake. Edie thinks it's Cerberus. She said the fake Turian signal was similar to the one that lured you to a collector ship?
Long story.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy's being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
Good catch. Maybe you belong here after all.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Trainer, good catch.
Thank you, Commander.
take the compliment, girl. Jesus.
Commander?
Aria to oh right, that's the DLC. She has a DLC thing that I haven't actually played before. I never played the Aria DLC bit, so that'll be new to me. So Aria is on the Citadel waiting for us. Ashley is woken up. Fantastic. We should probably go see her. Commander, I don't know how to say this. Udina wants me to be a Spectre. Crazy, I know. I'm not a big fan of Udina, but he can make the Spectre thing happen. He's pressing me for an answer, but I don't know what to tell him. I'm too sore to get out of bed, and this gets dropped on me? I told him I'd think about it. If you find yourself near the Citadel, drop by the hospital. I'm getting a little stir-crazy here. Yeah. Help request. My name is... Oh, Commander, my name is Jundam Bao. I'm with Special Tactics and Recon. While some still have concerns about your past activities with Cerberus, many of us in STNR took your warnings about the Reapers seriously. I'm reaching out because I have information that could tie agents with significant political power to the Reapers. If you have time to meet me in the Citadel Embassy, I'd appreciate their discreet assistance. Jundam Bao. Let's see, who do we have here? Thane. Oh, Shepard. I've called and sent messages, but gotten no response. With Earth's comm system out, I don't expect this will get through either, but I heard a rumor the Normandy docked here at the Citadel. Are you alive? I'm at the Huerta Memorial Hospital under the name Tanor Nuara. Please excuse my moniker and this email's encryption. In my line of work, it is unwise to advertise my location, particularly when I'm not in good health. We should meet before circumstances force us apart again. Thane. Yeah, we should. Commander, there's an Alliance researcher working on the Citadel by the name of Dr. Garrett Bryson. I need you to meet with him right away. Dr. Bryson has uncovered important information about the Reapers that could have a direct bearing on the war. I'm officially directing you to support his efforts at first possible opportunity. And that's, yeah. And then Aria has sent me another... Oh, right, that's because one of them is for the DLC and one of them is just for her actually just wanting to talk to you in the base game without the DLC.
Hey, Commander, check out my co-pilot!
So she installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander, don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that Edie was gonna install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it? Look at that!
Jeff, it's gross.
I would've baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Yes, you are, Edie. Yes, you are.
My dude! That's a person! Jesus.
Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry, but I'm glad he's back. There's a whole lot of... Commander?
Hello, Shepard.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No. I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions. If I could accompany you sometime. Without stress testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Joker.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
I'll be over here, flying the ship.
Another great shot, but
What's this about? Does Joker not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale. Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
This was probably funnier back when the game came out, but like it is a little bit like it's a little bit too much, isn't it? Like, boy, like yes, we get it. The robot body is sexy. You have hung a lampshade on that design decision. I understand it. And yes, it is accurate to Joker's character that he would be a bit of a pig about it. That's fine. But, oh, it's a little much. Like, I got the point 4 jokes ago.
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer?
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you think it'll help, I'll do what I can.
Very well. I will keep you informed.
See, there's the interesting shit. There's the really good shit about EDI. Is like, oh hey, we are engaging with questions of consciousness and like what it means. Like, EDI now embodies a human platform. Like from a character design perspective, setting aside the whole sexy robot thing, from a character design perspective, EDI has gone from being like this floating orb that just kind of sits in places and is like this interface, this like virtual interface thing that sort of projects a personality that resides on a server, to having like a body, like being a person, a character in a like much more direct visual way. And the point of that kind of character design is to show like, oh no, yeah, like this robot is now no longer just an AI consciousness. We're now, the story that they're in is now dealing with questions of humanity, what it means to be a person, what it means to engage with the human condition, which is what all robot stories are ultimately about. Like, all robot stories are, basically all of them are about the human condition. They're not actually about robots. That's the metaphor, you see. And about, like, what it means to be a person, what it means to be depersonalized, what it means to be an object versus a full person. And here, the game begins to engage with it, and that's, again, the place where I'd say, like, wouldn't it have been interesting, though, also, like, EDI is asking, should I make modifications? What if she modified her body? So that, like, instead of being confined only to, like, a human physique and appearance, like, what if she just did, like, I have a third arm now because I wanted one? Like, what if we actually sort of explored what would it mean if you had a consciousness that isn't tied to a biological body? Because that's one of the fundamental parts of being human, is that we are tied to our flesh platforms, right? Like, we're tied to these sacks of flesh and meat and electrical impulses running up nerve cells. But what does it mean, like, when you come at from the other direction, if you start with a consciousness and then create, like, what does embody, like, there's so many interesting things they could have done with EDI in that regard, especially in terms of her character design, like just using the character design to explore those things. Like, imagine if you come back on the ship and EDI just has like 2 extra arms all of a sudden, just has them. They don't do anything, they don't give her any extra powers or whatever, but she just has them and uses them and walks around with them. And then the next time you come back on the ship, she doesn't have them anymore because she changed them. Like, she was like, there's too many arms. Decided instead, like, I want a tail, just to have one, just want to have a tail, just want to see what that's like. Maybe that's more efficient. Like, have her run tests on herself herself. Like, oh, I'm gonna check out, what's it like if I have an extra arm? What's it like if I have 2 heads? What's it like if I have a tail? What is it like if I have beach ball size titties? Like, that too would have been interesting. Like, if like she sort of, okay, this platform is clearly sexy. People find this horny and attractive. Okay, let's dial it up. Let's see how far I can go before people get, like, there's all kinds of fun stuff you can do. And even if you just want to do fan service, you can do that too. Just do that, and also the other things. Okay, I just, it's also, like, I don't have a lot of neuroses around things like this, but I do have a little bit of a neurosis around these things of, like, it says 75 out of 100%. I want 100. I want all of it. Oh, right, no, there's no refueling point here. Okay, well, screw it. That's enough of that. We have flown around and done the things and messed about quite enough for the moment. So, if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of Mass Effect 3 with me, you can hit the like, comment, and or subscribe buttons down below. They'll let you know when more episodes of the thing is coming out. And if you want to watch them early before everyone else, you can get early access by becoming a member of the channel. You support the channel, help pay for the editor, and you get to see these episodes long before anyone else does. So you can do that if you want to. I have a Patreon, a merchandise store, and a tip jar. You can use those if you want to as well, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. Thanks for watching. Remember to wash your hands still, like maybe wear a mask every once in a while. It's, you know, still kind of necessary. Take your vaccines, and act with solidarity towards those who are worse off than yourself.